Hey there, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Wait Where Was I podcast. I'm Blake. This is
Sam. Me.
I kind of just gave you a template of what to say, just expecting you to fill in the blanks then.
I figured it out slowly.
Welcome to the show. I'm just going to position my camera better. I need to get taller. I'm not tall enough. 6'3" is not enough. I don't think I'm actually 6'3". I think I'm more like, I'm like 6'2" and a little bit. So not quite 6'3".
You're near 6'3".
Yeah, if 5'7" people can I don't know, girl math their way to 5'9", then I guess I'm 6'3".
I am 5'10", I think. I can't remember.
Right.
Oh, it's just under 5'10". Okay, never mind.
Anyway, welcome to the show. What a strong start, eh?
Immediately talking about height.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how we start all our shows. I don't know, I guess it's like a first impression. People need to know I'm tall.
Yes.
We have a big episode for you coming up today. So, as we said last week, we said Prinz is going to be joining the show. Change plans. That's not going to be happening this week. It is going to be happening next week on the show, okay?
We were originally going to do an in-person interview, but I think things got a little bit complicated with schedules, so it'll be over a Zoom.
Yeah, we could not find a studio either.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, we are not in a high-definition studio. Not a high-definition studio. We're not in a high-quality studio. I'm currently sitting in my bedroom, and so is you. So is you.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to say so is Sam, but then I was also thinking so are you, and it just came out as so is you.
It works. So is me.
The grammar, please.
Yeah, good point.
I feel like I'm the grammar police in a sense, but at the same time I'm also insanely hypocritical because I have terrible grammar.
Like I get corrected all the time. Like my dad specifically corrects me all the time, and he's helped me like figure out how to speak properly, and then I start correcting other people. It's becoming like a cycle.
Passing it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I was just looking at my background and I've realised that last episode I said that dresser was ugly and I'm going to move it. I never did. And now there's just a mini fridge on top of it.
That's a very mini fridge.
I feel like we should clarify by saying that we do a video show as well. So if you're listening on audio, we get to ruin your day even more by allowing you to see us.
Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, we also have video.
Yeah, keep in mind this is also an audio medium.
Wait, where was I? A podcast on YouTube as well. You can check out our faces, I guess. There's the occasional like visual complementary thing to something we're talking about.
Like that time I dabbed.
Yes, there was a time you dabbed. That's true.
I said I was going to clip that, and then I did, and then I was like, no, I'm not posting this anywhere. I hope this falls off the face of the internet eventually.
We have enough dabbing on the internet.
You said there was something you wanted to speak about. You wouldn't tell me what it is, but you did kind of hint at it by saying chronically online people would know all about it. So what are we collectively going to chat about now?
Well, a recent event that occurred, especially in the music industry, was the Grammys.
And the house with the house on the head?
Yeah.
So I think that's a parody of Ed Sheeran's Castle on the Hill.
Oh, it could be. That'd be funny. Yeah, that was a interesting fashion. Well, there were plenty of interesting fashion choices. Some great things. Some more.
Oh, I think I know what we're talking about.
Interlude. Elevator music. Da, 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 da. Probably cut this out. Kanye's wife.
Kanye West. Yeah.
Yeah.
No shade to her. Just.
I'm pretty sure her and Kanye were uninvited to the Grammys. They just showed up.
Oh.
Which isn't that surprising.
Sort of, I don't think we've actually said what happened in case people missed it. So do you want to go over what happened?
If I am correct, Kanye and his wife, I can't remember the name.
Her name is Bianca Censori.
They showed up to the Grammys, I'm pretty sure uninvited. His wife's outfit was basically just in the nude.
Her outfit was a statement.
I think she had like one jacket that covered it up at one stage. Yeah, so that had happened.
She rocked up to the Grammys with Kanye in a fur coat. Dropped the fur coat. I think there were rumors of her like fleeing to Australia after this happened.
Oh,
Because they were escorted out of the Grammys very quickly.
yes.
Yeah, they got their photos, and then within a minute they were out.
On a more positive note, there's everything else that happened at the Grammys.
And that was
Bunch of awards, some controversial online, especially I think the most controversial award was Album of the Year,
Cowboy Carter.
which was Cowboy Carter by Beyonce.
Have you ever listened to Cowboy Carter?
I've listened to most of it. I had a quick skim. It was after the Grammys because I was like, I haven't heard this album. I haven't heard much Beyonce as a whole. I'll see why I got Album of the Year. Personally, I don't see why.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but there's quite a lot of covers on it, which is interesting. But my theory behind that is a lot of the Grammys was centralized around, like, what's the word for it? Like, giving, like, respect to, like, people in the music industry that made it big, like Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
a lot of people in, like, jazz and stuff. So I'm assuming since they decided on that, there was a little bit of bias towards that album because it had a lot of covers like Blackbird and stuff. Maybe that's why I got it. I don't know. I'm personally not a huge fan of the album. To me, Brat makes the most sense to have won because it became such more than Brat, like the album. It was like Brat Summer and all of that mindset.
Yeah, no, it was not just an album, it was an event.
Yeah, exactly. So I was kind of expecting Brat to be Album of the Year, but apparently not. And obviously, as we all know, every Billie Eilish fan feels robbed that she didn't get anything.
I know.
Her album was very, like, great. Like, I'm sure she should have deserved at least one, but personally for Album of the Year, I don't think it would have been Billie. I still think Brat made the most sense.
But I just feel it's so sad that Billie did not get anything at all. Have you seen that video of her crying?
Yes.
Oh, it makes me so sad.
Which moment was she doing that, though? Because I feel like people are putting... this is what I'm theorizing. People are putting it out of context, being like, oh, she said that she didn't get it. Where I feel like what actually it was the person's speech was really good, and she was like, wow, that's beautiful. I'm pretty sure it was Album of the Year, like, award when that happened. I don't remember.
I think it was after Beyonce. I might be wrong, but I think it might have been after Beyonce won, because that was like one of the last awards that she was nominated for.
Yeah.
Or I think it was the last award she was nominated for. Here, I found something on it. At the 2025 Grammys held on February the 2nd, Billie Eilish was seen teary-eyed during the ceremony. Despite being nominated for 7 awards, including Album of the Year and Song of the Year for Birds of a Feather, she did not secure any wins. When Beyonce was announced as the winner of Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, Eilish appeared emotional. So it was after Beyonce won.
Right.
As that was like the last award she was nominated for. But she did, I think she's won quite a few Grammys in the past though, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the year her debut album came out, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I'm pretty sure, 2017, 2018, I can't remember which Grammys it was, but I'm pretty sure that was when she got 7 in one event.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is insane, like that. So, and I'm pretty sure she's said before, like, she doesn't care if she, like, gets one or none after, like achieving one Grammy. I'm still like sure there is like, damn, I didn't get it this year when I put this much effort into this project I really love in comparison. But I'm sure like she's a good sport about it.
Yeah, I think what the thing was, because she's got 9 Grammys, so I don't think she was that upset about the fact that she wasn't winning the little trophy they give you, like, or the award. I just think like she said, the amount of time she put into that album and what she put into that album is more than she's ever put into an album. So I think I don't know, I don't want to say she's not being recognized for it, because it's a great album. So many people love it. Like, I think it was one of the biggest albums of last year. But
Yeah, it pushed her to number one on Spotify for a little while.
I think the fact that she was nominated and didn't win is the reason that she was upset. Like, I don't think it would have bothered her. I mean, this might be completely wrong, but I don't think it would have bothered her as much if she wasn't nominated as not winning.
Yeah, that's true. There are there's like the theory around people being more upset getting second rather than third in like any sort of event, because it's like you were that close to first, whereas third it's like you made the leaderboard.
My school cross country.
Yeah, my cross countries, well, this is a tangent. I did ones that were like I think I only did competitions that were like a bunch of primary schools in a local area, and there was probably like 60 students competing in the same year group, maybe, and I would always be like 54th or something.
One year I came 117th out of like 300, because I'm insanely tall. Like, I am. Oh well, I'm not insanely tall now, but when I was in school during cross country, I was a lot taller than a lot of the other students.
Right.
And I could run a lot faster. But one year I came 117th, and I was like, no, this is sad. It was out of like 300, which is still like, you're in the top 50%.
Nice.
And then I came last the year after.
Mm.
Well, I'm not an athletic person, but I can run. But then I think the times I came last, I just did not care. Like, I was there because I had no choice.
I had the same mindset about anything PE related. Hated doing most of it. There was one time I was like, I think it was year 8. It would have been my last years at the primary school I was at, which I had been at since year 0. And emotionally, I was just getting a lot more unstable. Yeah, year 0.
Is year 0 a thing?
It's when, like, year 0 is like, well, for me, it was, I joined, I think the day after my birthday. So when it was in August, so August to December is my year 0, and then I start year 1 the following year, and then so forth. Some people they jump to year 1 or something.
Okay, I have an update. Year 0 is not officially a thing, but some schools recognise it as a thing, as it's like before. Like, every school, most schools do like a before you turn 5 sort of thing, and then. But only a couple of them call it year 0, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's not an official thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be really cool to have, like, a clock of all these side rants we go on.
This started with Grammys, and now we've ended up with, like, year groups.
This is fun.
I feel like there are more things about the Grammys I, thought I would think to bring up.
Jaden Smith wearing a house on his head.
I wonder what the style, like, the mindset behind that is.
I think he was doing a parody of Ed Sheeran's Castle on a Hill.
I really hope so. Has Ed Sheeran won a Grammy?
I'm sure.
I don't think he was at the Grammys. I think he's on tour in like India right now.
He's got 4 Grammys.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think they were from like 2013, 2014, 2016, and 2018. Oh, as well, 2020 was a nomination, and then he's won. The rest of them, 2022, 23, 24 were all nominations.
Yeah, so he would have got Grammys, I'm assuming, for Multiply and Divide.
In 2018, he won Best Pop Vocal Album for Divide, and then also in 2018, he won Best Pop Solo for Shape of You. And then Song of the Year in 2016 was Thinking Out Loud.
He got a Grammy for Thinking Out Loud in 2016?
He did.
It came out in like 2014, didn't it?
Who votes in the Grammys? Is it the Recording Academy or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they talk about it a bunch at the Grammys. Like, from what I saw, they said they have a team of 13,000 people who are in the voting, I think. As a show, this year they did pretty good.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was a really good part of the Grammys, but there was one tiny thing that would have made it better, was they had a whole section that was like Stevie Wonder and a bunch of other like big people in jazz were doing stuff, like a big jazz performance. I think Cynthia from Wicked also did a song. I can't remember I think it was Frank Sinatra's songs she had performed. What would have made that super cool is if they had the whole reason jazz is a big thing in pop right now, Leve performed there too.
How did you say it?
Leve.
Like clean Icelandic, it's pronounced löve.
Is that how you say their name?
Well, that's the best way to say it in English because it's Icelandic. So the proper pronunciation is really hard to do.
Do you know I learned Icelandic for like 6 months when I was like 8?
Do you have Icelandic descent or was that just random?
I was in. Oh, I wouldn't have been 8. I would have been a little bit older than 8. I was in year 6, and we all had to like. We made like. Oh, it was so random. I think there was this curtain shop in the town I'm from, Topor. They wanted to get rid of like old material, so they gave it to my school, and we all made like bags out of it, and we had to like put like we had to choose a country and make it all about that country, and like put like the country's main dish on the bag.
Oh.
We had to learn like words and stuff from that country on their main language. I wish I chose a country like Australia or North America, or that's a continent, but or the USA, which spoke English, because that would have just been so much easier. Anyway, I just decided that I'm gonna learn Icelandic.
Iceland is cool. But
It is. I really want to go.
But yeah, I know a lot. I know Leve is from there, but one of my favorite musicians is this dude named Ouse, the Ouse. He's an Icelandic guy who does like mainly like hip hop, rap, pop ish kind of like. He's in that kind of realm, kind of like the depressed SoundCloud boys area where like Powfu and stuff are. He's in that kind of realm, and I really like his stuff. And there was a time where I wanted to learn Icelandic because he has a few songs with Icelandic, either verses or the whole song is. So I wanted to learn what they meant. But I didn't dive that deep into it because I tried learning Japanese for a year, and that was really hard, so I gave up. I learned Japanese. Well, I started learning it 2023, I think. It was like May-ish. I had met someone at Rule's concert.
Oh yeah.
Went to the concert with my friends, but I had got tickets at a separate time, so I was sat by myself like on like the very back at the sides, like somewhat close to the stage, and the girl I sat next to, her name's Yumi. We just started having a conversation about like, oh, did you come here alone? I was like, kind of. My friends are down there, but I'm sat up here. And then she told me about how she's like a international uni student. Impressively can speak Japanese because she's from Japan, Brazilian because she's from Brazil as well, English, and started learning Tereo. Got to know her, and we exchanged Instagrams after the concert. And she was like, oh, you should learn Japanese. And I was like, okay. So I downloaded Duolingo, started learning Japanese. And one of my friends at high school at the time was also wanting to learn it because they were like, oh, we should, after high school, go to Japan as like a trip because it'd be fun. And they were also an anime nerd. I was like, okay, why not? And I've watched like a tiny bit of anime. I'm not good at keeping up with watching it because there's just so many episodes.
Exactly.
Committed for like a year and 5-6 months. I can't remember how long. I had a 500 something day streak.
Whoa.
I started. They added music as a language you can learn. So I added it as a way to be able to keep my streak going if I didn't feel like doing Japanese. So I was kind of cheating, and it got to a point where I was not getting enough, like the points system that they have. So when I started going back to doing Japanese more frequently, I was struggling more, and then I was losing like hearts more. So I was like getting less likely to keep the streak going, and I didn't want to pay for Duolingo because I don't care that much.
Yeah, exactly.
So eventually the streak just died, and I was like, okay, goodbye Duolingo.
I think the only reason I don't like Duolingo is because of the streak. Like, apps that have streaks just stress me out.
That's part of the reason I don't like Snapchat.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to delete Snapchat because, like, I just hate the concept of it. Like, doing photos as the way of talking and keeping the streak and all that. Like, I don't like it. But the only reason I have it is because I have, like, friends that from, like, high school I still want to talk to frequently. And Snap, you kind of have to do that because of the streak. So I've kept it only for that reason. Otherwise, it would be gone, like, ages ago.
Anyway, should we do a song of the show?
Oh, yeah.
My choice.
Yeah, it is your choice.
I've got to actually make a choice. Let's do a song of the show today. I'm just scrolling through my Spotify.
Drum roll.
Flip a coin.
Heads.
Heads. Which one was heads? Flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Alright, song of the show today, Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Right, thank you so much for listening today. It's been a good episode. I'm like slouching on my chair. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Doing this interlude thing again. Blake's probably gonna keep this in because he always does. Elevator music. I should make elevator music.
I didn't hear what you just said, but I did hear your voice in my headphones.
I did the little thing again.
Oh, you would. That was pretty funny last week. Hey, as we were saying, thanks for listening. We're back next week. Hopefully Prince will be joining us on the show next Monday. Have a great week. Enjoy your Monday. Don't have a bad Monday. Toodles.
Adios.
Toodles is such a funny word.
Yeah.